Ladies and gentlemen, a warm, frost-fiery welcome to this update show. Hello guys, how are you doing? I hope that you are well. I hope that you guys are ready for the Blazing Bifrost update show. With me, or joining me today, is not Mr. Louis, who ran through the update notes with me the last two times, but it's Mr. Holt.
Yeah, Louis wanted to join today, but I said no. Has to be me.
It has to be Mr. Holt. Whenever we release an Emir skin, you will see Holt. Is that the case?
No. Louis will be doing future ones. He couldn't make it today, so we have the far less interesting, far less handsome, far less knowledgeable Holt.
What are you talking about?
I have taken notes, though. I've got notes, so it's going to be good.
Well, I moved into the 21st century, so I have those digital on my third screen. Imagine. It's crazy, right? 2023. Three screens for someone running an update show. It is crazy. Do you want us to start?
I'll say before, I'm really excited for this update show. I think there's some really cool stuff in here. Some pretty interesting stuff. But yeah, I'm excited to start talking about it, friend.
I'd say we will start. Let's start with the first big thing.
So are we going to do new stuff, balance changes, community stuff?
Yes, we're gonna start with new features. Then we're gonna move over to God balance, bug fixes, and then community news.
Hi.
Does that sound good?
That sounds excellent, friend.
Amazing. So, the first thing that we wanted to show you guys, and I hope that I pressed the correct button, is the new 3v3 map, Fiery Furnace, is going to be released in this next update. I will load into a match so that I can show this to you. There we go.
Okay.
I mean, people already saw this one, so I can.
Yeah, it's spoiled already. Big whoop.
But yeah, Fiery Furnace is the first map that we are going to, or the map that we are going to release with this next update. And there's also a note down here, as you can see, that there is going to be a Fiery Furnace only LTM coming.
Yes.
What is this about?
So if you want to jump in day one and just play the new map a few times, you're able to do that in an LTM that is specifically only this map. 3v3 only. It will last for a couple of days after we launch, but basically gives you a chance to play the new map over and over, get to grips with it, see what's going on. Here is the new map, finally. Pretty, huh?
It is amazing. This map is so beautiful. I really like the different heights that you have on those platforms.
Yeah.
And there's also a threat.
Let's see it's going.
I'm holding the point here. Oh, no, I need to get out because, yeah, Loki just got
You're on
it.
fire now as well. You need to move.
It's called Fiery Furnace, right?
It is indeed.
There are some environmental hazards.
Take a look around
map.
the sides. Look at this big fire lava waterfall thing. Look how cool it is. Yeah.
I will just let my teammates
Yeah, let
get
them
to
deal with that.
point.
Environment team went wild on this one. It's really cool. I really think you guys are going to enjoy it. So, yeah,
You
very
have the
excited.
waterfall next to the lava.
Look at that big wheel turning.
I mean, it's still a furnace, right? That means that not only Soul is ulting me here, but there's also these statues glowing up, and they shoot out the bomb that explodes, and after that,
Fire.
there's fire on the ground. Floor is lava. So if you stand on it,
What happens if you stand on the fire?
you will receive damage.
Wow. Revolutionary stuff here in DKO. Avoid the fire. They're showing off skills from the new Ymir skin as well. Double T's.
Let me try to hit a bot at least. There we go.
Very well done.
But yeah, that's Fiery Furnace for you, the map that is going to be released with
We finally got it. We finally
next
got the map.
update. And we also have shown the new Emir skin
We'll
already.
show that a bit more later though, in a less mad scenario.
Definitely.
But yes, Fiery Furnace coming next patch, 3v3 map. And yeah, with an LTM, so you can play just that. Should be really exciting.
Amazing. Sorry, guys.
We got through it. Jesus, God.
Sorry, guys, for being a bit late here on this one. Amazing. So that's the first one. Next one is also including news about maps, which means that we are going to introduce a map rotation. That is going to be a new feature.
Yeah.
Here, where every 2 weeks there will be map rotations on the 3v3, 2v2, and 1v1 queues. And the patch notes will feature the first rotations, but we will, of course, announce the future rotations as soon as possible on our social media channels. And let me bring this up for you, because that is something that I prepared beforehand. We are going to show the maps here.
There you go. Here's our first. This is 3v3 specific map rotation. Idea is, shift in and out different maps that you can play. Kind of make it more of like a meta-y thing where you're looking forward to see this map come back or this map shift in. And just make it a little bit exciting. And it's every 2 weeks. So, if you are missing a map that you really like, it's going to come back pretty soon. You don't have to worry.
Of course. Feel free to give us feedback on Discord whenever you would like to see a map come back. But yeah, showing up the Brawl and Duel map rotation here as well, with the most important thing, Champion Circle still being live.
Absolutely.
It's important. I mean, we need toddlers, right?
Yeah. I think this becomes more important as we add more and more maps. Just to keep it fresh, keep it interesting every few weeks.
Amazing. So that is the map rotation for you guys. Next feature. This is gonna be
interesting.
This is gonna be very interesting. God Pass and Lesser Blessings. So that is a huge change.
These are some big changes. I think most of them you're all gonna be very happy with, but they are, I will let you know, big changes. I'm gonna talk through them, and I might get some stuff wrong because I'm not clever and I'm rubbish. But we are gonna have a blog post going live right after this this event with a in-depth look at what we're doing to progression and blessing changes and all these kind of things. So please, if you're interested, take a look at the blog post after. But I can talk through this if you would like me to, Stag.
Feel free to start. I mean, I've included
some notes,
the most important things from my perspective in those notes, but feel free to dive deeper into it.
Yeah, so we kind of heard you all telling us that the God Pass takes a little bit too long to progress through. And we generally agree with that. So, the entire XP requirement for getting through the God Pass has been reduced by about 30%. That breakdown might not be specific to every single level, but overall, 30% less XP needed to get to the end. We still want people who get to the Mastery skin to feel like they've done something really cool and awesome and mastered that God. But we kind of agree that it's taking a bit too long. The other big change to God Pass relates to the Greater Blessing. So we essentially heard people telling us that they didn't feel like they wanted to farm 16 hours in order to play your main just to unlock the Greater Blessing that was on that other character. So Greater Blessings are now reward level 5 on the God Pass, which should take a huge amount less time. This is cool because we still feel like we want people to try different gods when to unlock those blessings, but we agree spending 16 hours in order to get that Greater Blessing was a little bit much. The Divine Trait are being moved from level 16 to level 12, so less time to unlock those too. Those are, I think, the universally happy good time changes.
Yes.
Now, everyone's talking in chat already. Yes, we have made the decision to remove lesser blessings entirely. Now, the goal for this is kind of in two different parts. Number one is that having so many lesser blessings in the game really limited our options when it came to creating new gods and new greater or divine traits and greater blessings. Because every time we try and create something new, there's 50 or 500 combinations of lesser blessings that we have to test against. And ultimately, we were limited in what we could do because of that. And then secondly, I think a lot of players didn't feel like lesser blessings were having that much input on how they were playing their characters. So, we've removed them completely, and we want build diversity to be around traits and greater blessings.
I think on the long run, this is just a rundown of all of these changes, right? We're discussing this, like the biggest bullet points here. After the update show, there will be a blog post on divineknockout.com going more into detail, more into the theming around this change. So feel free to check this out after the update show is done. We're also going to link this blog post in the patch notes. Of course.
Please read the blog post. It explains all this far better and explains why we're doing these changes and why we think it's really good. So please take a look. But obviously, we are still looking for feedback on this. So on the Discord, on social, tell us what you think. But, give it a chance before we go full out. Play it. Let us know what you think. What I do want to say is this is probably the first of multiple changes to a blessing and trait system. It's kind of the first step into improving that system and making it more interesting. We do know that some greater blessings right now definitely need a look and a general balance pass, and it's something we are looking to do. But this is just the first step of that.
Cool. Big change.
It's a big change.
Big change is coming.
I do think this is good for DKO.
Next one. This is going to be a very good one.
Hopefully.
Whereas some mixed reactions in chat.
Give it a chance.
For the God Pass and Lesser Blessings changes, but the next one is something that you're really going to like. Because we've teased it on social media, but I want to confirm it that there is going to be the Blazing Bifrost event pass coming with this update. You guys have been telling us that you wanted to have a Battle Pass, Event Pass, something to grind for a couple of weeks, a couple of months already. And now we can definitely start talking about this Event Pass. And let me jump right into the game to show the first things in this Event Pass for you. So the Event Pass features 20 levels that you can progress through. And one sec, I will move this lower third out of the way. And we see a couple of these highlights listed here. So you have the Bifrost Shatter knockout effect, knockout FX, sorry, that we already teased on social media yesterday. Then it's going to be an instant unlock with the Magmir Ready for Battle banner. Banners are very cool. A very great addition that came into DKO with the last patch. Another banner getting ready for you here. The Blazing Flame avatar, XP boosters, stars, runes.
Yep.
Very important. Runes, guys. Yep. Farm those runes. It's important for skins. The Fire Sprite emote. That is something that we teased today to bring you guys hyped. To make you guys hyped about the update show. And as I mentioned, 20 levels. So there's multiple more levels coming with more XP boosters and more runes that you need to farm. At level 10, Frostfire Seal, the card here. Very cool card. Showing not just that there is... is there a spoiler for an upcoming?
I couldn't possibly say.
Skin or something?
This is about fire.
I mean, everything is about fire, but the right half is about ice.
Yeah.
Right?
Weird, huh?
I mean, maybe there's something coming soon.
Who knows, dude?
Who knows? Level 15. Flame Emblem Crater. A nice crater that you can unlock there as well. And then we go to the big one. That is going to be Magmir Emir.
Yes.
And I would say... let's go into the training practice and show Magmir a bit more.
Yeah, show some abilities. Do some stuff.
He is...
big fiery boy.
A big fiery boy. You see the auto attacks. Everything fiery, everything red, orange, nice colors here. And I really love the backdrop, like the cape that he has with the Norse Pantheon logo.
Very cool. Show the wall. I think we saw wall. I want to see wall.
You want to see the wall?
Yeah, do the wall.
I didn't show the wall. That was on purpose, right? No, let me start with the movement ability first.
Whatever.
Okay, you're gonna get the wall. There it is. Lava wall.
Big fiery wall.
Love it. Looks really, really cool. And then the fiery frost breath. You're getting
Fire
turned.
ice cubes.
You're gonna.
How does it happen? What's the
Well,
science?
I wouldn't call it ice cubes. I would rather call it magma earth cube.
Okay.
But yeah, this one is going to be the last reward, the level 20 reward of the Blazing Bifrost battle pass. Let me show the ultimate here. Huge lava ball coming in with a very, very nice effect around the edges of your screen.
Indeed.
Anything else that you want to see from chat? I didn't show his dashes, but it's fine.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
This is good.
This is the Emir skin. And now, we're coming to the best part about this patch.
Tell us, friend.
And I need to prepare myself for that. Because this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. This patch is gonna be... This event pass is gonna be free for everyone!
Indeed.
It is free! W's! Where are the W's in chat? It's free!
Yeah. We know that there's been some bugs and stuff that people are helping us. We know it's a little bit early, still Founders season, so we want to say thank you all for joining us. We know it's early, so as a little thank you, this event is entirely free. There is no catch to that, 100% free. Now, what I will say is, future events probably will not be free. I want to make that clear. But for this one, entirely free. The one catch, which isn't really a catch, is that you do actually have to go into game and click unlock on the event pass. But other than that, it's entirely free for everybody. No catches at all. Just log into the game, click unlock, and you'll get this.
Definitely. There's also an FAQ that we are going to release, as well as the progression change blog post on divineknockout.com. And a couple of things in this FAQ that I wanted to address here. As Mr. Holt already mentioned, to start progressing the event pass, you need to click on it, and you need to click on the unlock button. You won't progress automatically after starting the game. So just jump in game whenever the patch hits live and unlock and start progressing.
Yeah.
Each level unlocks a new reward. We've just been walked through the first or the 20 levels here. Event passes will last approximately 4 weeks, or the duration of a patch. That is something that is very important there as well. How do you progress? That is a question that I already saw in chat earlier.
Tell us.
You earn Event Pass XP by playing DKO in online modes. You will get the full amount of Event Pass XP by playing the 3v3 knockout, 2v2 brawl, and 1v1 duel modes. If you play versus AI, you will receive 50%, like half of the Event Pass XP, because sometimes AI is a bit easier to farm. But if you're only playing custom matches, I'm really sorry, but you need to play versus real players in a matchmaking queue, or versus AI.
It might be quite easy to progress if
Yeah, if we turned on custom matches for this progression, that would be a bit tricky. So no Event Pass XP progression in custom matches, but 100% progression in the regular modes and 50% progression versus AI opponents.
Had a question if any rewards are unlocked immediately in the event pass, and yes, there are 2 immediate unlocks.
Yes, there are 2 immediate unlocks. That's the... Let me go back here super quick. I mean, it's fine. We can jump back here. In-game super quick. So the Bifrost Shatter knockout effects is going to be an instant unlock, as you see here. It's instant. And the Magmir Ready for Battle banner is going to be an unlock there as well. Instant unlocks.
Instant
That's
unlocks.
Nice. And if you miss any of these items, any of these amazing Blazing Bifrost themed items, don't worry, there will probably be a chance to get these event specific cosmetics in the store in the future.
In the distant future.
In the distant future. Not super close after, but...
And they'll probably be priced a little bit higher than other skins as well, as a reward for people who actually get it when the event's happening. But yeah, we want to make sure if people miss this event, they still have a chance later on to get, their favourite Favorite skin, maybe.
Amazing. So these will be available eventually if you miss out on any of those. But yeah, that's it for new features.
Yeah.
For this patch. And now we can move into God Balance. What do you think? Shall we move
I did hear someone asking what the pricing of future event passes will be. I just want to say it will depend on the amount of content that we put into an individual event, what we price it at. But as soon as we're getting towards the next event, we'll make sure to let you know exactly what the pricing is and how it all works.
Awesome. Then let's jump into God Balance. And we're going to start with Amaterasu. Amaterasu is going to receive a new talent. So Switching Strike has been replaced by a new talent called Blade Edge. What is Blade Edge about, Mr. Holt?
Blade Edge is really cool in my opinion because it gives Amaterasu players a choice whether they want to focus on building up their ultimate or reducing cooldowns of their other stuff. So after you do your uppercut, you can either do a light or heavy in air, and that will have an effect on either gaining ultimate charge or reducing all of your cooldowns. I think this is super cool and really exciting, and I hope that people like it.
Definitely let us know what you think about the new talent for Amaterasu. But yeah, those are the only changes for her in this patch. King Arthur is going to be our next one, and King Arthur is going to get buffed.
King Arthur getting buffed again.
Buffed again.
He'll be buffed until people
I saw, well, we are updating the tracking, warping, and hitbox size of all of the attacks that King Arthur has, and we increased the projectile speed of Soaring Edge by 20%.
So the projectile speed is the majority of the buff here. The tracking and warping and hitbox was mostly just some inconsistencies that Arthur had versus other characters, and mainly we kind of looked at Soaring Edge versus other projectile attacks and thought it kind of wasn't necessarily as strong as those. So we're giving it a little bit of an increase. But these are all not tremendous buffs, hopefully. So should still be in a decent place.
Yeah, and for those messages that came in during the Loki update show, when we used the dazing effect ability, and people were like, oh, this looks... Well, the projectile speed of the dazing strike there was pretty fast, and everyone was like, when are you guys moving this projectile speed to King Arthur? And I mean, it makes sense, right? To make it a bit faster, to bring King Arthur in line with other God releases. Those are the changes coming to King Arthur, and then we're going to have a big one, which is going to be Loki balance.
Yeah.
Loki's getting nerfed. Surprise!
So this isn't the only nerf. There's a fair number of things happening to Loki. This is just the first, and you'll see more as we continue. But overall, we think people like how Loki plays. We really like Loki. We think he's really cool. But right now, he's a bit of a demon in a few ways. So instead of killing any one specific part of his kit, we've kind of just toned down generally what he can achieve. So we'll go over these one by one, but you can talk about this one.
So the first one here is that we integrated a specific SFX, like special effect, of a laugh. So whenever he starts going into invisibility, you will hear, if you're an opponent, if you're playing against Loki, you will have a laugh that is recognizable and unique.
So you can hear when he goes invisible.
Yes. And
no, there's more coming about Loki. Don't worry.
Close and medium far distance.
Yeah.
So even if he's not in 2v2s or 3v3s, even if he's not fighting against you, you will still hear Loki going invisible.
Basically have more awareness that across the map he can be invisible.
That is already quite a significant nerf.
Well, there's more coming.
There's more. Is there more coming?
There is.
There is more coming. Yes, there is more coming. Let's move on to his abilities.
Yeah.
Acrobatic Vault.
Yeah, so we like fast Loki jumping around being acrobatic, but it felt sometimes like he was kind of just flying everywhere and it was hard to keep track of. So we've just increased the cooldown on Volt just a little bit, but we expect less insane Loki.
Are you talking about 3 seconds just a little bit?
It's already 17 and it was pretty dangerous at 17.
3 seconds, is that just, Chad, is that a little bit? I would say that's quite a lot. No, I think if you compare it, 3 seconds. It's a nerf, yes. Obscuring Dagger, reduce the damage from 12 to 10, so the dagger shot...
A little bit less painful.
Yeah, does not deal that much damage. And for Explosive Me, for his ultimate, there are a lot of changes. But I tried to narrow it down here in this quick note below us, saying that we put a 0.1 on the charging phase and the pre-fire of the explosion to make it a bit easier to counterplay. And then we reduced the damage and the charge rate. The full notes here about Loki's changes on the ability Explosive Me will be listed in the patch notes. There's like multiple words that I couldn't put in this little bracket.
Essentially, the ultimate is a little bit easier to get out of and does a little bit less damage.
Yes.
It's kind of the overall view, but please look at patch notes. We have it listed down specifically, every single one.
But that's not it for Loki.
No, there is more.
There's even more that is going to change. So we are nerfing him on the Empowered Air Light and the Air Heavy attack as well.
Yeah.
What's going on with these attacks?
So there's two parts of it. Number one, the damage of the empowered attacks, a little bit lower. I think it's reduced by about 2 or maybe 3, depending on heavy or light. Details in balance changes. But also, we've kind of adjusted how the warping works on the empowered attacks to stop it making it feel like kind of robotically snapping towards people when he hits those attacks. So it just feels a little bit more natural and a little bit less easy to hit those or hard to manage them. But again, yeah, both Empowered Air Light and Air Heavy are being touched.
But that's it for Loki, right?
Well, apart from the talent nerf as well.
Also the talent nerf, yes. So the Effect Seeker Divine trait gets a damage reduction.
So yeah, that is a lot of Loki stuff, we know. We know that's a lot, but we kind of...
I wouldn't say rip Loki. Like some people
I don't think it's rip
in
Loki.
chat say rip Loki.
Let's see. If that's the case, then, we can do something. But ultimately, instead of cutting like his kit to making him feel like he doesn't achieve the things he wants to achieve and feels good at doing, we thought we'd just tone down, 10-15% across the board here and there. And it's still not entirely like that, but, a little bit lower.
And most of these changes are more on the quality of life side. For opponents playing against Loki, so that
playing against Loki could feel sometimes a little bit impossible.
Yes,
flying around the map, snapping to you, ulting out of nowhere.
Especially the snap was really well. If you're playing against a skilled Loki player, the snap was quite significant.
Yeah, so let us know when it comes out. But I don't think Loki rip. Could be wrong, but who knows?
We'll see that in the next episode of Rune Rumble soon. TM. But yeah, that's it for Loki. Let's move on to Soul. And Soul is getting a buff.
A small buff. This is probably...
Very small
probably
buff.
Nothing's going to change the world, but, we gave Soul a little bit of a hit last patch. And wanted to give her something little that could make her feel a little bit better. And it's just 2 additional healing pools created by Flora's Lava. That's all. The length of the pre-fire animation by 2 frames... was largely just because the animation wasn't synced with actually when you started moving. So that's not going to change much, hopefully. But it's really just a small buff to Loki, Soul, not to Loki.
And it's also 2 frames. I know we have a couple of speedrunners in our community, but they might be speedrunning tournaments here. But 2 frames, it's just about animation and making it...
we should be clear. This is the 2 frames is disapparate, not the fireball.
To separate.
Yes.
Thank you very much. That was Soul. And now we move on to Sun Wukong. No, this is not bug fixes.
Spoilers for bug fixes.
Spoilers for bug fixes. This one. That's Sun Wukong. Balance for Sun Wukong. What's going on with Sun Wukong here? 2
things, really. We want to make it even slightly easier. I think this is probably going to affect lower level players and higher, but just a few more things to help people know when their clone is actually attacking you. So if you're paying attention to the 2 people attacking you, you'll be able to see slight gameplay clues that tell you that one is the clone and one is not. So that's the one, and that shouldn't affect too many people that heavily. The one thing we have done is changed Monkey See, Monkey Do to not use Dashing Strike and just use the Cudgel. So that's a pretty significant nerf.
I didn't want to put nerf into this one, because Sun Wukong has already been nerfed in the previous patch, but yeah, the third one The third one is definitely a nerf with dashing strikes being removed from this talent, so that he only uses magical cudgel. Magic cudgel, sorry. So
yeah,
a bit easier.
It's a pretty big nerf, but we still saw Sun Wukong being pretty strong after our last touches. So this, slight adjustment maybe makes him a little bit more manageable.
Moving on to Susano, and Susano also receives a new talent.
Yes.
So it's not just the one before, but we're also implementing a new talent called Windstorm. What is Windstorm about?
Yeah, so Windrunner Minor used to give Susano another jump, and since it was introduced, we basically have had to disable it consistently. So we've put in something new called Windstorm. Essentially, you hit people with the tornado, and you'll do more damage and knock back to that person. So focusing on builds around trying to hit people within the tornado.
Which also means that after the update goes live, I can respond to the one or two Reddit posts that mentioned where is the option for Windrunner for Sun Wukong for Susano.
Windrunner's gone.
Yeah, Windrunner is gone, but there is going to be Windstorm coming.
Yeah, I mean, people are saying buff. Windrunner in its form was never going to work, so that was never going to be enabled again. So this is more just another option rather than hoping that Windrunner came back. That was not going to happen.
Yep, that was not planned. I think whenever we announced that we would remove Windrunner, we already said that there's going to be a replacement.
Yeah.
I think it was a couple of weeks ago. And this is your replacement, Windstorm. And that's it for God Balance.
That is it for God Balance. So
for this patch.
Pretty big hit to Loki, but still think he's going to be good. A few minor adjustments here and there. But after last patch, where we touched quite a lot of different gods in different ways, I thought this is probably a safe bet.
Really looking forward to your feedback. Please make sure to give us your feedback on our social media channels and on Discord. Very, very important to us. And then we move on to map changes. Map updates. We have added a couple of buff pads to the following maps for the knockout modes. That is 3v3. Spinning Spikes, Sinking Swamp, Rockside Ridge, Sparebond Study, Spirit Shrine. More buff pads. That is something that players were actually talking about quite a lot on our Discord channels whenever we brought up the map changes, that they said, okay, it's cool to have green, to have the health thing, but we want more buff pads on those maps, more choke points to fight about, especially in 3v3, and we're delivering. Also,
Indeed.
Sorry?
I said indeed, in agreement.
And also on Mystic Mayhem, the last patch implemented a couple of changes on Mystic Mayhem that were on the quality of life side, and making collisions a bit better. And this patch is including more polish for this map. The details are listed in the patch notes. We don't want to talk you through a lot of technical details on our side, but if you have any questions, let us know. But feel free to take a look at the patch notes about the Mystic Mayhem changes. And then we move on to one of my most important and most beloved aspects and area of update shows, which is something that I spoiled earlier, but bug fixes. Again, there are too many to list here in this incredible lower third that we created.
But they're on the patch notes.
There's a full list on the patch notes, as usual, but I wanted to include the most important things. So we added a gamepad key binding option for resetting the camera. I think that's a big community win. That is something that as controller players have been requesting for quite some time, and now we are going to implement this so you can change your keybind. A gamepad key binding option for resetting that camera. Fixed an issue where players did not receive daily login rewards. We still received a couple of messages regarding login rewards and that some players didn't receive them. So there is another bug fix coming in for that. If you load it into the tutorial, but now you should receive your daily login reward after playing the tutorial. And we fixed an issue where Emir was standing right next to his wall, and then he could be hit by abilities thrown at the other side of it.
Wouldn't be a patch without something related to Ymir.
I mean, if you're releasing a new skin, there better be a bug fix for him, right? Something fixed for him. But those are the highlights for our bug fix section here.
And there's more in patch notes as well. So
There's
check it
more.
out right after the stream. Take a look.
Definitely go to divineknockout.com and check out the patch notes blog post. And then we move on to the
Can you rebind the camera reset? I see a question. I believe yes, you can. I think the default is right stick click,
Yes.
but I believe you can rebind that.
Default is right stick click, but you will be able to rebind it. And then we move on to the last area of this update show, which is community news. And this is still kind of big. First of all, and please pardon my French, but holy shit, you guys put a grind with Loki during his first days. We announced it on social media that we would run a campaign for the first 5 players who made level 20 on Loki. And on Friday, we already had 4 of them.
Yeah, I know specifically Buck Wild did go Buck Wild on Loki.
Yes.
So, GG, man.
So on Monday, we grabbed the last winner and we sent the skin to those 5 winners. But a huge thank you to everyone who participated in this community event. Great success. And another shout out to the first players who got Loki to level 20. So Buckwild TTV was on there. Sox36, Dark, Master MRL, MVS Flash. Those were the top 5, the first 5 guys who, first 5 players who got Loki to level 20. And we are planning to do this in the future for future God releases.
We're planning to do this in the future, and we might be able to do some more unique, cool rewards for it as well. TBD, but maybe some very exclusive items. Maybe.
So let me put a spoiler in here. We have a lot of MMO fans in our team, right?
I don't know where this is going, but sure.
And one of our team members came up with the idea, how about we create something that is very special and very unique for just these 5 players. So I know that for this Loki campaign, we gave out the Nordic Nomad skin, right?
Yeah.
But for the future one, there might be something that is unique to these for these first 5 players, and there is no way, no chance to get this version outside of the community activity. But that's everything I can spoil.
We'll see. We're working on it.
We're working on it. Nothing is confirmed here, but we are working on it and we're looking into options. This is going to be very exciting, though.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to that. And then a couple of messages that I saw on our social channels asking for a new Prime Gaming bundle.
Yep, new Prime Gaming is coming very soon, I promise. If you take a look in the live game right now, you might be able to see what it is. There's a skin in there that you can't acquire any other way. You know, might be able to link 2 things together. Maybe. But very soon, that's happening for sure.
There will be a chance to unlock this skin soon.
Yep. Oh, we should say, I know there are people here who miss Arcade. The first weekend after this patch comes out, Arcade is going to be the LTM for that weekend with all the modes from before. So it gives you a chance to dive into that again and play it.
And then again, did I mention it?
Free.
I think I mentioned it, right?
Free event pass.
I think I mentioned it, that the next event pass is gonna be free, guys. This is so cool. First event pass being free. I just wanna. Sorry, I'm so hyped about this.
I think as well. Like we're happy for this is free. It's also just a great way for people to give us feedback on it because everyone gets to participate without worrying about whether or not they want to put the money down. Everyone gets to play through it, see what they think, let us know, and give us feedback. That's what we're looking for. So please do.
Cool. And that is it from my side. There are just one or two things that I wanted to address outside of the community news section here. And I've seen a couple of messages in chat right now about ranked. We know that you guys want us to release a ranked mode.
Yes.
But we don't have news at this point.
Well, the news we can say is we know people want ranked.
Yes.
It's definitely something we are working on. It's not like we haven't even thought about it. It is going to come. It's just not ready right yet. And we don't want to release a ranked mode that sucks. You will get really excited to play it. And then it doesn't, isn't what you wanted. So we're trying to make it what you guys want, basically. But we are working on it. It will come, I promise.
But no news to share at this point. Except we're working on it.
Yes.
The 2 times event pass, God Pass XP weekend that we planned to run last weekend did not happen, and we're really sorry about this. But we are testing this event right now so that we implement a fix for this as soon as possible, so that we can turn it on as soon as possible.
As soon as the 2 times XP issue is fixed, we will have a 2 times XP weekend.
Definitely, it is coming. But I'm gonna take the blame. I'm really sorry. I messed up.
Take it.
I messed up the 2 times XP week. I'm sorry, but it will come. It will come. It will come. And then the very, very last point here: patch date. When is the patch coming?
So, as per usual.
Usually it's Louis'
after
job.
learning from our mistakes in the past, we're not going to give a date. But in the past, often when we do a patch notes on the Thursday, it's quite often that early mid next week a patch comes out. That's a common thing that happens. But we don't give dates anymore. As soon as we know 100%, we will communicate through. But
next week. Maybe. Oh, come on. Louis is giving us spoilers for patch dates.
Yeah, well, he's not here.
It is coming as soon as possible, guys. Please make sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Discord. Maybe we will open a TeamSpeak server soon. I don't know.
Yep, we will. TeamSpeak server is coming.
TeamSpeak servers for the old guys here. I will be on TeamSpeak every single day, every single 3 minutes. But we will definitely announce it on all of our social media channels as soon as we have a fixed date and we can share this. But that is it for the update show.
So patch notes are coming up shortly on the website, and also our blog post on progression. We really want to hear your feedback on that. So please take a look, tell us what you think, and when the patch comes out, let us know as well.
That sounds good. Any other FAQ questions in chat that we might answer?
Fix the 20-minute XP limit in 3v3s. I can look into that.
3 times XP weekend as compensation.
I mean,
we first need to
see how the 2 times goes first.
Yes, we first need to fix the 2 times, and then we will see in the future if we can run a 3 times event. Okay? Does that sound okay?
Raw Twitch are the future passes. So in the future, it will work in other games. Like there is a free track that you get rewards in, and then you can pay for access to a premium track as well. Basically, once we get closer to that period, we will tell you exactly what that costs and how many runes you'll expect to receive through that. I see Lucky has been asking for the rotation char. I believe it is Izanami.
I believe it as well, yeah.
I believe it is Izanami.
Why is the category on PlayStation wrong if you start the Twitch stream? It always says games and demos and not Divine Knockout. Let me copy this and follow up on that. Thank you very much, Basic Attack, for pinging us here.
I see also someone asking benefits for people who play God's Pass level 20. I think this is a really cool idea. I would not expect implementation of that in the near future, but we would definitely like to see if there is something that we could do for people like past level 20. Post the patch notes, please. I need it. We can do that.
Yes. I will do that right now. Thank you very much for tuning into the Blazing Bifrost. I love this name. Blazing Bifrost update show. I hope that you guys are going to enjoy the update as soon as it hits live. Again, keep your feedback coming. Follow our social media channels for a final date for this update and release date for this update. That's what I wanted to say. And do you have any final comments?
No,
before
I
we
know
close
this
up?
is a lot of interesting changes this patch, especially around. I think progression is a big win for everybody. We want people to feel better about choosing mains to play rather than having to play 16 hours of every single character. But yeah, let us know what you think, and we're always listening.
Thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Make sure to go to divineknockout.com shortly after the stream to check out the patch notes and the 2 other blogs.